I'm Anil Kumar, sharing with you a test question on compound angle trigonometry. Give the exact value of cos of 5 pi by 8 sine 5 pi by 8. So that's the question for you. You can always pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestions. Now to solve this, or rather to find the exact value of this expression, we will use a couple of formulas. Let me write down the formulas which we will use for this first, right? That should help you to understand. So one formula which we are going to use is what is sine 2 theta. Let me write here. Sine 2 theta is 2 sine theta cos theta, correct? So this is one of the formulas which we are going to use. Now as you can see, let us say 5 pi by 8 is theta. Let's say theta equals to 5 pi by 8. Then 2 theta will be equals to 2 times 5 pi by 8, correct? Which is 5 pi by 4. Do you see that? Now we know what pi by 4 results into trigonometric ratios. Let me just sketch a simple right triangle here to explain this part, and then we'll move on with the solution. Okay, let's say this is pi by 4. Pi by 4 is 45 degrees. Then this will be square root of 2. Is it okay? So from here we can always find sine is 1 over square root 2, cos is 1 over square root 2. Right? So that gives you an idea of how to go about finding the exact value of the given expression. Is it okay? Now, that is the strategy which we are going to use. So as you can see from here, if this part is 5 pi by 8, then 2 times this angle will be 5 pi by 4, correct? So we'll start from writing this formula which is given here. So we say in terms of 5 pi by 8. So we'll say what is sine of 2 theta? 2 times 5 pi by 8. This is what we are saying. So what is sine of 2 times 5 pi by 8? So think this is 2 theta, right? So we could write this as using the formula as 2 times sine 5 pi by 8 times cos 5 pi by 8. Do you understand? Right? Now, we want to find exact value of cos 5 pi by 8 times sine 5 pi by 8. That is to say, we want to find exact value of this expression. Is it okay? So we kind of have it right there. Do you see that? So we can write this as, now what is this equal to? This is equals to sine. So if I simplify this, I get 5 pi by 4. Do you see that? And I could rearrange this and write this as 2 times, we would like it commutative law. So cos 5 pi by 8 times sine 5 pi by 8, right? Now 5 pi by 4. So this is what we want to know. So we can say, we'll bring this 2 on this side. So we say half of sine 5 pi by 4 is actually equals to cos 5 pi by 8 times sine 5 pi by 8. Is that okay? Now what is sine 5 pi by 4? Okay, so let's make this triangle 5 pi by 4 really means if I divide it into pi by 4s, then we have pi by 4, 2 pi by 4, 3 pi by 4, 4 pi by 4, and 5 pi by 4. So we are actually in quadrant 3. Applying the rule, all are positive here. Sine, tan, and cos. Sine should be negative. So this value should be negative, right? So we get this value as negative half. I'll just put negative outside, half this, times sine pi by 4. Is it okay? Because that's the acute angle, right? So you know, sine 5 pi by 4 is negative sine pi by 4, right? And pi by 4 is square root 2. So this is equals to negative half times pi by 4 is 1 over square root 2, right? So in this triangle, 1 over square root 2 is pi by 4. Perfect. So that becomes your answer. Now it is a good practice to rationalize and then write your answer. Okay, so we've done what? Because I had less space, we are moving like this. Do you see that? Okay. So half of sine 5 pi by 4 really is minus half of sine pi by 4, since 5 pi by 4 is in quadrant 3. Sine pi by 4 is 1 over square root 2, so that is your answer. So at times we normally rationalize it, so I'll rationalize, that is to say multiply and divide by square root 2. So square root 2 times square root 2 is 2, so we get this as minus half times square root 2 over 2, right? And that is minus square root 2 over 4. Perfect. And so we could write, so this is all this. So what we did here was we wrote the value of the left side of this, right? So that is this portion. Finding what the value of cos 5 pi by 8 times sine 5 pi by 8 is, and therefore we can say the exact value is, we can write down our answer, exact value is minus square root 2 over 4. Do you see that? So this is equal to minus square root 2 over 4, correct? So that is how you could find the exact value of the given expression using double angle formula, right? So that is double angle formula. Okay, so I hope that helps to understand the process. I'm Anil Kumar. You can always share and subscribe to my videos. Feel free to post questions, and if you like, you can put some likes. Thank you, and all the best.